Hey guys, MasterFiggy here, bringing you another video. And since it's October, it's coming up to Halloween. Halloween is actually coming up very soon. I thought I would just share with you guys my Myotismon deck, or Myotismon, whichever you prefer. I know Myotismon isn't really used. I don't think it was even used really when it came out, and it's definitely not going to be used now, really, because I mean it was released in BT8. We haven't really gotten support since then, and right now BT10 has come out, but I really like Myotismon. The whole Myotismon setup with how the deck works I find is really fun. So I'm going to show you guys my build. So first off, we have 4 Demi-Meramon from BT3 on deletion, draw 1, trash 1. Very good card for this deck. Now straight away looking at this, I think some people will realize this Digitama isn't really budget friendly, especially since like 1.5, it's a little bit difficult to get boosters of it. I There are good options out there, or alternatives, I should say, like BT9 Pokemon if you're working off a budget. But I'll go through more budget friendly choices at the end of the video. But I play this because it's really good for draw power and getting cards into our trash. Then for the extra Digitama, you don't have to run a 5th one, but I run Zyomon because we get retaliation if we have 10 or more cards in our trash, and a lot of the times we will actually have 10 or more cards, so this is really useful. Next on to the rookies, we're playing 4 of this Gabumon, and this one can be a little bit tough to get, but this is really good. We get to draw 2 and then trash 1, so a little bit better than the Demi-Meramon. Then we were playing 2 of the Labramon, which is on play, draw 1 and trash 1. Then we played 2 Gazimon and 2 Psychmon. So the Gazimon is our memory blocker, and the Psychmon is for the reducing the on play, or stopping the reduction of on play costs. So it's good against X cross plays. I know Crossheart, one of the big cards, I believe, just recently got limited to 1. But Psychmon can still be good against Blue Flare and stuff like that, so it's still good to see. And then the last one, and this is like the newest card in this deck, and it is Gazimon from BT10. It's the exact same thing as the Zyomon, so we play 2 copies of this, and if we have 10 or more cards in our trash, this Digimon gains retaliation. Again, I think retaliation is very good for the Myotismon deck, getting rid of maybe high level Digimon, and we can just swing in with lower level Digimon to get rid of them. So that's it for the rookies. So then Eismon Scatter Mode was the first champion in this deck. We play a playset of it, and on deletion, draw 3 and trash 2. Basically like Graceful Charity from Yu-Gi-Oh! Except in monster form. We also have 1 Eismon because this is limited, and if it's trash from our hand and there's a scatter mode in our trash, we get to play it. And then for each scatter mode in our trash, he gains 2000. So you could potentially just have a 3k level 4 on your field, and that is pretty insane if you ask me. Next up we have Vilemon. We'll play 2 Vilemons because there's no recovery in this deck, so I think having 2 blockers is very important, just to slow down our opponent's play a little bit. We also play 2 of this Devimon, so retaliation is his own ability, and he actually has retaliation as inheritable. Again, this is very good. I think retaliation is very important in this deck, and I think Devimon is a very good choice. We also play 1 Loemon. This is the one hybrid that we play just for swinging for games, because we do play quite a few purple hybrids, or purple tamers, sorry. Next up we play 1 Doberman. I feel like Doberman's a little bit of an underrated card. It's a very good one. So on deletion we trash 3 cards from our deck, and then we return 1 purple Digimon or Tamer to our hand. So this could include Doberman himself, so we could just keep looping him potentially to get cards into our trash. That's it for the champions. On to level 5s, we have Myotismon. We played 4 of this one, and this is the BT8 Myotismon, which is when Digivolving, you trash the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you play Yukio Oikawa from your trash without paying its memory cost, which is very good. On deletion and heritable ability, if this Digimon has Myotismon in its name, you may play one Yukio from your hand or trash suspended without paying its memory cost. And that's actually really good because of what Yukio does allows us to bring out Myotismon, which is fantastic. We next play 2 of the Myotismon from EX1. So when this Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with Myotismon in its name, in your hand, reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 1. That can come in handy at times. And then inheritable, while this Digimon has Myotismon in its name, all your Digimon with retaliation can also attack your opponent's unsuspended level 4 or lower Digimon. So you can see why one of the reasons why we have the retaliation. This can actually be used quite good, so we can actually use our Myotismon to maybe, if we want to wipe out a couple of Digimon that our opponent has in the field, that's causing a little bit of an issue. So next up we play 1 of the vanilla Myotismon. I would actually say play 2 of this. The reason why I'm only playing 1 is because I am playing 1 Mummymon, just 1. I'm really just playing this for nostalgic reasons. I really like Season 2 as a kid. I did recently rewatch Season 2. It doesn't really hold up as well as I'd hoped, but that doesn't mean I dislike Season 2. I still have fond memories of Mummymon because he was such a strange character. Even like his design, like if you look at that series, their human forms, Arukenimon and Mummymon. Arukenimon actually does look human in her human form. Mummymon does not. He's such a strange character. And that's really the reason why I have him. His ability is when attacking, you may pay 3 memory to play 1 Myotismon from your trash without paying its memory cost, and then you delete this Digimon. So that's it for level 5s. For the level 6s, we play 4 of the BT8 Myotismon. So this is our big boss monster of the deck. So if there are 5 or more cards with Myotismon in their names in our trash, we get to delete one of our opponent's unsuspended Digimon, and trash the top card of the opponent's security stack. That's an important bit because we get to get rid of the card from the top of the opponent's security stack, even if we don't actually delete a Digimon. So this is a really strong card. And when digivolving, you trash the top 5 cards of your deck. Then if there is a card with Myotismon in its name in your trash, you gain a memory. So if you're digivolving this on top of the EX1 Myotismon, you're potentially actually just digivolving this for 2 memory using its own ability and using the EX1 ability. So that's really good. We next play 2 of the BT3 Myotismon, which has piercing, and during all turns when a Digimon is deleted, we gain a memory for each Digimon deleted. That is something to take note of. And I would actually play more of this if I could, but I don't really have the room. But this is very good for getting that memory gain from deletion. Yeah, like Myotismon is a very good card, and also the piercing can come up sometimes, so it's very nice. That's it for the Digimon. We next up have the options. So we have Pandemonium Flame. So you may delete one of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. This is actually really nice for, we can actually delete one of our Myotismons and then get rid of level 5 or 6 or lower. So that's pretty nice. And there is a reason why we want to actually delete our Myotismons, and I'll show you in a bit. We also play 2 Death Slinger. And I think this is a bit of an underrated card. So when this card is trashed from your deck, you gain a memory. So we actually do that quite a bit with this deck. And then its main ability, delete one of our opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. And then for every 10 cards in our trash, we get to add a maximum level of the Digimon that we can choose with this effect. So like I explained earlier, we do trash a lot of cards. So this is really nice. A bit of removal, just like really cheap as well. And I mean, you may not be hitting a level 6, but a lot of the times you do hit at least a level 5, and for 4 memory, that's not too bad. And next up, we have the 1 copy of Mist Memory Boost. So this is trash the top 2 cards of your deck and draw a card. Then place this card in your battle area. We also have Delay, which is gain 2 memory. So this is kind of nice just for getting cards in the trash. and then drawing a card, and then potentially doing all this for one memory based on the effect. A little bit of fun fact here, this little Digitom in the middle is Yukio Oikawa's partner Digimon, if you guys remember from Season 2. He was very, very briefly seen in the show, but just thought I'd sort of say that, just a little bit of a trivia for you. And next we're playing one copy of Fight for Your Pride. So this is basically like Monster Reborn. We get to play a level 4 or lower purple Digimon from our trash, and then if we have a card with Myotismon in its name, one of our Digimon gains blocker. So this is fantastic because we could bring back a Vilemon, let's say for example, and then target our own Myotismon, make that into a blocker. So we have 2 blockers on the field. We could target the Devimon and turn that into a blocker. You know, there are a few possibilities, but you could even target the Shademon, or sorry, not Shademon, Eismon, sorry, or Dobermon, and turn them into blockers, and then use their abilities to get cards into the trash, stuff like that. This is a very useful card. Next up, we're playing Calling from the Darkness. Now, I think a lot of people have seen that this has been limited, but that really didn't affect my deck because I only played 1 copy, and we get to delete one of our Digimon to return 2 purple Digimon cards from our trash to our hand. This can come in useful at times, especially with deleting one of our own Digimon, because we can delete our Myotismon cards. And I'm going to show you why that is with the next card I'm about to show you, which is 4 copies of Yukio Oikawa. This is the first tamer I'm showing you guys. So when one of our Digimon with Myotismon in its name is deleted, we may suspend this tamer, and we get to gain 1 memory. This is pretty awesome, guys, because the other ability is at the end of our opponent's turn, if this tamer is suspended, we may delete this tamer to play 1 Myotismon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Now, I've tested this deck a few times, and one of my favorite matches was against Myostismon. And what happened was I had 3 of this guy out. I had 1 Myotismon out in the field. I used Calling from the Darkness. I played it, deleted my my Myotismon on the field, and then I was able to bring back 2 Digimon to my hand. But I was basically playing the Calling from the Darkness for -2 because the Yukios were giving each of the 3 Yukios was giving me 1 memory, and so next turn I was able to play 3 Myotismon, delete opponent's security, and then I was just able to swing in for game. It was nuts. Like, this is such a fun strategy. Next up, we play 1 of the Madashita. I would play 1 more. Again, there's not really enough room, and I think having it at 1 is good for regaining a purple Digimon or a purple option card. So this is very good, and also the consistency of having 3 memory is very nice. I also play 1 Analog Youth. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards, add a Digimon to our hand, and then trash the remaining cards. And then when one of our level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolution cards is deleted, you can suspend this tamer, and if you do, gain a memory, then hatch a Digi-Egg. This can come in handy, but because we don't get as much of advantage with it as we would with Yukio, because it has to be level 5 or higher with Digivolution cards, and sometimes you can take advantage of the fact that you have a Myotismon that was summoned using a Yukio, and then you could play another Yukio and you can gain the advantage next turn of gaining memory if it's deleted. So Analog Youth is very good. I just don't feel the full benefit from it in this particular deck. Hey guys, so I did say I would actually just recommend a few options that you could do if you're working with a little bit more of a budget. One of them I would say is Zyomon, as I showed earlier. You could play a playset of this if you wish. You can get benefit of it, which is nice. You could also consider playing the Pogumon from BT10, which allows you when attacking, you may trash a card from your hand to have this Digimon get plus 1000 for the turn. So you're playing a little bit of a different strategy there. You could also play this Pogumon from the purple starter deck, which is on deletion you can trash the top 2 cards of your deck. You could also consider playing the BT8 Devimon, or Demi Devimon, sorry. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a tamer among them to your hand, trash 1 purple Digimon, and then place the remaining card at the bottom of your deck. That is still a very good option if you can't afford the Gabumon that I showed earlier. You could also consider playing the Gabumon from the starter deck, which is draw one and then trash one card from your hand when attacking. You could also consider playing more Labramons, you could play more Psychmons, you could even play more of the Gazimon Retaliation. You could even play Gazimon X Antibody if you wanted. That could be an interesting choice as well. You could also consider playing Witchmon. So on play, return one level 5 or lower Digimon from your trash to your hand, and it's a security Digimon as well. So this could be an interesting play. This is from the Myotismon starter deck. So that is an interesting choice. I have considered playing that myself. I just never really got around to it. Also with Tamers, you could consider playing the Matashita. So you could play this mat because, you know, it's a 2 cost, and it's actually not the worst. Like, especially like I said, with the retaliation ability, and with Shademon and Dobermon, they're designed to be deleted. So, you know, use this mat to gain advantage of that. You could also play this Kari as well. I'm pretty sure this is still cheap. When I looked it up, I think it was like maybe 30 or 50 cent, maybe even less actually. You could play this so when a card is removed from your security stack, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. So it's a little bit control over your opponent when they're swinging into you. You could also even consider playing the I and Mako. So like I mentioned earlier about the Matashita, I really like the consistency of being on 3 memory. You could even choose this as an alternative choice, fixing you for being on 3 memory each of your turns. And then it also has the ability, when you attack with a Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to trash the top card of your deck. So you can do that and gain cards into your trash, which is pretty nice. But that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. You know, if you did, hit the like button. Comment down below. Tell me what you think of Myotismon and Myostismon deck. Tell me if you've used the strategy yourself, or you know what would you change about this. I just want to say again, like, I really enjoy playing this deck. It's so fun. Like I said, get rid of the Mummymon, just put into another one of this, and I think you're set. Like I said, I just really like Mummymon. But yeah, such a fun deck, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay safe.